After this next talk, we might be talking a little bit more about electric sheep, because our speaker is from a place called Moon Temple Dreaming, and he teaches dreaming as a skill. And I think when we start getting our AIs dreaming, we'll be in a really good place. Yes, he's a subset of life coaching, what he does here, and it's sort of half psychology, half metaphysics. And on that note, I'd like to bring onto the stage Jason Levit.
Hey, everybody. So forgive the shaky voice. It's been a while since I spoke in front of a group. So as you heard, I teach dreaming as a skill set, half metaphysics and half psychology. And the idea is to learn to relate to the dreaming as a resource that's infinitely available and can be applied to healing projects, contacting ancestors, better sleep, resolving nightmares. So I'm going to dive into the practical benefits if anybody wants to take notes, and you can talk to me afterwards also. So it starts with recording your dreams, having a dream journal. And you're going to start with a blue ink pen, because the brain sees black if you're writing in black ink, and it lands flat. But when you write in blue, the brain sees light coming through. The brain interprets that light as information. That triggers the brain to interact with that memory and that information, which improves recall, depth, and continues to get your brain to interact with the information to seek more information regarding what you're looking for. The assignment for your first week, if you want to start a dream practice, would be to keep a journal. I have about 10 of these to give away, if anybody wants a dream journal today, and about 6 blue ink pens. And for the first week, you're going to keep them by your bed, and you're not going to write. So when you wake up, you grab your journal, you're having coffee, you never get around to writing. When you go to bed that night, your assignment is to have your journal and your pen by your bed. So you're creating a new habit. If you get into bed and you're exhausted, it's been a long day, and you go, it's not there for the morning. You get up, you get it. You get that muscle memory of waking up to make sure that your journal and your pen are by your bed. In week 2, at any point during the day, it doesn't have to be when you first wake up, you write. If you remember nothing, you write. It's 6:30, I'm tired, I gotta pee, what's for breakfast? I have no idea what my dreaming was. And you date it. And you include a word from NLP, yet. You let your brain know that it's still allowed and instructed to work on recalling the dream space. When you're writing, even if it's not your dreaming that you're writing, you're developing the muscle memory of this. You can do it with typing because your fingers know that and that muscle memory as well. The more you do this, the more this connects with the dream recall, the body connection, the muscle memory. And this is how a dream practice starts. This is the fundamentals of it. Given this is a 4-hour workshop and 20 minutes is a lot, so is not much, so. So I hear a lot of people say, I don't remember my dreams. If you believe that, delete, delete, delete. If you didn't remember, if you weren't dreaming, if you believe you weren't dreaming, you'd be walking around like this all day in a very small room. The basic psychology of it is if you're not dreaming, you're not processing your psycho-emotional events throughout the day. How many people in here deal with nightmares or recurring dreams that you want to clear out? Show of hands. One person's brave. Most of us encounter either dreams or recurring themes that we want to get rid of or resolve. Simply writing your dreams inspires you to engage your dreaming and all the processing going on in there. Once your psyche and your spirit and your mind are working on your dreaming, the issues that are at the core of your nightmare will reveal themselves The imagery will change. So if your tendency is like, oh man, that was a hell of a dream, I'm not writing that down, you're going to continue the dreaming. By writing it, you're engaging it. And that allows the rest of the messages involved in that, the actual messages and not just the emotional fear involved, to surface so that you can confront that. That opens up all the rest of the doorways. So we'll start with creative projects as the next task. Anybody here working on a project? Yeah. Anybody here getting stopped at a problem you just can't figure out? Everybody's breaking through. Nice. Using dreaming as a resource, you would say something like, whatever that project is, or the next piece, and you want to have guidance as far as, what's my next best step to accomplish this project? You would say something like, thank you, Jason, for dreaming. Thank you for remembering your dreams as though you've already woken up and remembered the dream. I know how to fix this problem. I know how to move past this challenge. I know what my next best step is. And you say that out loud. You generate the emotion, the sensory experience of having gotten that solution already, and you create the image of doing it, of being there. And if basic dream recall is the simplest way to start, then you would imagine yourself waking up and writing a dream. Oh, that was it. I flew all over the place and had lunch with Jimi Hendrix and smoked something and did that. And you create that frequency in your body by imagining that experience. And the key is consistency. You have to keep doing it. When I first started doing this practice, I was teaching myself to lucid dream and to lucid fly. I would do this every night for about 3 months. And I started off crawling along, no mass to my body, no ability to move forward or direct myself. And it progressed to crawling, to walking, to jumping, to careening around the tops of buildings, to flying, to going up a mile and hovering. Once I got there, I then had the opportunity to say, okay, what else is in here? What else am I working on? What parts of my body need healing? What ancestors do I want to talk to? What projects am I working on? Once you have that practice, and I carry this with me everywhere, and I write notes in it everywhere, and I only use blue ink pens, that habit creates new neural synapses. All of that connects with the rest of the body, along with your diet and exercise regimen and all the rest of it, to bring out the sphere of who you are from here to here. You have access to more information. You'll come up with answers and out-of-the-box problem-solving thinking, so that if your issue is getting attendance to an event, and you're doing Facebook posting and Twitter and whatnot, and you're not getting the attendance, your approach could be in your writing, it could be in your marketing approach, it could be in not centering before you present, not aiming big enough or aiming too big. Having a dream practice helps your perspective go from here to here, something that you wouldn't think of otherwise. When you're doing things like dream interpretation, and I'm jumping around a little bit here, as you go to interpret your dreams, and this would apply directly to this, the idea is if you see something, there was a person in it, you think, oh, I know what that dream meant. That was obvious. There's always multiple levels and multiple stories playing out in your dreaming. That's going to happen in your problem-solving questioning as well. So if you're looking for a solution over here, having a dream practice helps you to go, maybe I really need to change up how I'm looking at things. Maybe this is also another piece. And maybe this is also another piece. Everyone with me? Excellent. How many people in here write their dreams? Everyone? Uh-huh. A little. Do you date your entries? Do you use one of these? for the record, if you're going to use a pen, these are called bottle to pen. This is a recycled plastic water bottle. It's the only blue pens I use for that reason. Where were we? Having a dream practice, writing in dreams. Do you prefer writing, or do you prefer typing, or do you prefer voice recording? How many people prefer typing? And voice recording? Couple. And physical writing. So across the board. I prefer writing because I can't lose this. There's no file that's going to get lost. I really like hard copy.
I like typing for the exact same reason. Like mine's like backed up and it's like it'll survive on your computer all the time.
If it's digital, it might or it might not.
But it's backed up in like a billion on the cloud and get your box right.
So as far as your recall, what kind of results have you found? When you're typing it out, do you find that you have a strong connection with your dreaming a day or a week or a month later? Tag it, connect the entries. Nice. Yes, I do. Nice. So everybody who prefers typing, it's not my method, but I think it does work because the muscle memory still goes in because your fingers still know where they're typing. You had a question?
Yeah, so I use a voice recorder because I find it tremendously faster, and I don't care about the edit on it. Because when I go back, and I don't go back and read it enough, but when I do go back, I can kind of like translate it. But I find that I'm able to get more of the dream out if I try to handwrite, which I practice a little bit here and there over 15, 20 years. I forget as I go. I'm like handwriting it out, and I'm like, I'm forgetting to take longer. But if I do a voice recorder, I'm getting 20-30% more as a dream information.
I appreciate that method. I walk around at night and talk to myself frequently. The thoughts come quickly and they can be a continuous stream. That also works. What a physical journal does for me is I can see it. It's there. I don't have to use mental space to remember it. So that's my benefit, but I know our neural synapses are changing and our brains are changing. So there's lots of different methods. The primary idea is to get the information from here, in one form or another, here, somewhere outside, so that you can contemplate it rather than spending your energy on remembering it. You're not only invested in it, but that experience and the muscle memory of doing it is strengthening your neurosynaptic connection to the dreaming field. So even if you write down a word and it's wrong, your brain's going to respond to that and go, this isn't what I dreamt. Oh, right, it's this over here. Your brain will seek to correct it. I think I'm about out of time, so I'll let you know I have dream tea that I make, 11 ingredients, all organic. The feedback I get on it most often is, holy shit, this works, what's in it? They're $15, it's nominal, no packaging. Let me know. And I have journals, if anybody wants one.
I want to give a testimonial of this green tea. I
Thank you. I also do coaching and offer workshops, but the workshops are 3 months minimum because it's the dreaming. It takes takes consistency to reset.
Yeah, how do you view psychedelic trips in relation to dreams as far as accessing parts of the brain, the mind?
The dreaming for me is a realm. It's a dimension. So any experience I have where my consciousness is altered slightly strengthens my connection to other dimensions than the physical 3 and 4 and fifth dimension of reality. I've journeyed with most medicines, and they have pretty effectively peeled back the veil and helped me see beneath the surface level, the surface layer of information I'm getting. What they also do is train my mind to get familiar and comfortable with altered states of perception so that as I'm getting different information, an animal comes into my life. Snakes recently. For my dream practice, I get the snake imagery from a journey. That information stays with me, and then I continue to pay attention to that during the rest of my waking life. That can go on and on and on. Any other questions? Cool. Thanks for listening.